Fall 2025 anime slate is up and coming pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. And coming out of this packed summer 2025 slate, will this fall 2025 slate live up to the hype? Just by looking at it, this is once again gonna be another video in my series of what I'm watching. So we will be going over now what I'm watching in terms of the fall 2025 anime slate. So here we go. Alright guys, this is officially the fall 2025 slate. You may know some anime here, but there are obviously gonna be more originals this time around, so it's gonna be very interesting to just take of note of. However, there are a couple disclaimers that I do need to get across before we actually go through everything. I'll just be completely honest with you. I overdid it. I overdid it with summer 2025. I watched, I think, 25 different anime, and you might be wondering to yourself, well, Larlar, it's just 25 anime every week. What's the big deal? Well, it's actually a very big deal because I was very busy this past summer, and because of that, a lot of the anime time was taken off of my sleep schedule, which was not a great decision in the slightest. Here's what we are going to be doing in terms of fall 2025. We are going to be decreasing the overall amount of anime that I'm going to be previewing that is upcoming here. Once again, and every single disclaimer in every single video that is related to this one, I will always say that I cannot absolutely watch everything. It's just absolutely impossible for me to do that. However, if you are watching this, please let me know in the comments down below. Maybe you're watching this like before the fall season starts, or maybe you're watching it in probably November or something. You're probably all like, hey, this man skipped over this anime and I should probably check it out. Let me know down in the comments. You guys are always free to do that. And when I mean by like previewing anime here throughout these entire rows, I've gone through like probably about 7 to 8 or maybe even 9 rows probably during the summer. We are going to very much decrease that. I kind of want to watch like other anime that isn't airing at the same time, like because I'm an Musume player now, I want to watch the anime. I haven't had time to do that. I overlooked just this overall fall 2025 calendar, and it's not that amazing, if I'm being honest. We're coming out of summer 2025, which was like crazy stacked, and obviously I will be doing a future video where I rank all the anime that I watched over the past couple of months. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started with things, and here we go. We actually already have one anime that's going to be on the top left. I'm already gonna log it, and I'm already gonna say, because this is something that everyone should honestly be watching, because I think it's a very good anime, but that is Gachiakuta. And the main reason why we are already putting this already on here is because it is actually a double core anime. So because it is a double core anime, I will be watching this throughout the entirety of September, October, November, and December. So this is basically going to be going on until the end of the year. And honestly, it's a great ride every single Sunday. So make sure you guys go ahead and check it out. I honestly would not think I would like Rudo as an MC more, because he's actually a really good MC. So make sure you guys check out Gachiakuta. Also, animation is crazy. The drip from everybody, crazy. Make sure you guys go ahead and check it out, and you guys will all see it ranked in my summer 2025 rank list later in a few weeks here. Actually get started with the actual fall 2025 anime, and we are going to start off with One Punch Man Season 3. Now, obviously, whenever it comes down to people and One Punch Man, and especially the anime series, people are all like, there was a season 2? Well, here's the thing, guys. In reality, yes, there is a season 2 of One Punch Man, and they are releasing a season 3 of One Punch Man. But here's the thing, right? I will be watching this, but I'm not going to be happy watching it. It's because I know a lot of people, and probably everybody is going to have the same thought and feeling. Everybody obviously will see that One Punch Man was the absolute GOAT when it came down to season 1. But the thing is, you could tell the production value drop. The change of studio did not help One Punch Man Season 2. It's just very unfortunate that One Punch Man Season 3 is also going to be animated by the same studio, which is not going to be great. While I will be watching One Punch Man Season 3, I kind of can't believe that it's getting the treatment that it's getting. So hopefully at some point we will see something better, but I think it really sucks the fact that the anime adaptation for One Punch Man Season 3 and Season 2, I guess, is just not getting the adaptation that it personally deserves. Let's go to Spy Family Season 3. Now, Spy Family Season 3 is a very interesting anime because I feel like the hype train definitely fell off, especially after the first Cour, but I still personally enjoy Spy Family. And of course, as always, whenever it comes down to these, like, you know, sequels and whatnot, we're gonna really just very quickly touch up upon them. Season 3 of Spy Family is obviously going to be watched. Spy Family is a great series, and I really enjoyed Season 2, so if it just keeps it up, then we're just gonna get even more fun. Next up is My Hero Academia final season. And this is basically Season 8 of My Hero Academia. I have not watched a lick of My Hero Academia, so we will be skipping this. Now, you might be wondering, Lar, why haven't you watched My Hero Academia? As a new viewer, if you can call Summer 2020 a new viewer, I guess, kind of honestly just wanted to wait until My Hero ended. Because this is the final season, I'm going to go ahead and dive right in once it finishes, and then we will then watch it all. In terms of this technicality right now, it's going to be a skip. To Your Eternity Season 3. So now, this is another sequel that we will once again be watching. I mean, My Hero is great. To Your Eternity is also great. People may not agree with that, if I'm being honest, but I think, for me personally, To Your Eternity, while Season 2 was not as good as Season 1, I still think it was pretty good. So I'm very excited to see how Season 3 unfolds. This is going to be a very exciting watch for me. Actually, we haven't even talked about where everything is airing, and I do have, obviously, the GOAT of livechart.me. Oh man, it is also on Saturday. Okay, so Saturday is kind of stacked already, I'm not gonna lie. And One Punch Man is Sunday. Okay, so One Punch Man Season 3 is on Sundays. Spy Family and To Your Eternity is already on Saturdays. And Gachiakuta is also joined here on Sundays as well because of One Punch Man. We're already getting the weekend anime out of the way. And that's not gonna be good for me because the weekend anime was literally part of the reason as to why things did not go as well. I had no time at all, but here we are. So here is our first new anime, or adaptation, I guess, and I kind of can't believe with the title of what that anime is all about. I can't believe that it's in the top row, which is kind of crazy. But the next one is My Friend's Little Sister Has It In For Me. Now, I already had this in planning because I heard this was actually pretty decent. When does this air? I feel like it has to determine when it does air. October 4th. It's Saturday? Oh, guys, this is literally the same issue I went into last season. Guys, I have to be strict about when I'm going to be watching anime this upcoming season. Bro, I can't do Saturdays anymore. I already have 2 already. After looking like very quickly, I think Ranma is as well on Saturday, so we're fucked on Saturdays. There's no way I can do this. Let's read the synopsis anyway and see if it's, you know, any good. If a girl teases you, that means she likes you. Unfortunately, Akiteru knows from experience that isn't the case. Because every girl he interacts with shows him nothing but scorn, and he's not scored a single date from it, luckily he's more concerned from securing a spot for him and his game development buddies at his uncle's business. But when his uncle throws him a condition that involves playing the part of his daughter's boyfriend, Akiteru has no choice but to take it. What will his best friend's sister, Iraha, who bullies him relentlessly, think of the news? Bro, what in the hell, dude? How is this popular? It's crazy. This is at the top row of any list. How is this popular? Oh my god. We're just gonna plan it, man. We're just gonna play it. I mean, well, let's just keep an eye on it. Let's just keep an eye on it. I mean, also Techno, got a busy schedule ahead of you. Bro, I really just want more time to watch other anime on the side. And I really don't want my schedule to be so honed up to the point where, like, okay, I have to come home and I have to watch this thing to just be caught up. I don't want to do that every single time. All right, next up is Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill Season 2. Oh man, I'm so glad this anime is back, dude. I can't believe it. This was actually so interesting because I remember back at the time when Campfire Cooking aired, everybody was like, Mappa's animating an isekai after animating JJK and Attack on Titan or something like that. Yeah, they can animate whatever they want. But yeah, Season 2 of Campfire Cooking with My Absurd Skill. We will obviously be watching it. There's no doubt about it. Techno says in the chat, God, I cannot wait to watch this. Hell yeah, man. I mean, when it comes down to this, it's very comfy, it's very cool, it's nice, you know, it's very nice, and I really like the characters in this anime. And the food, yes sir. So October 7th is a Tuesday. All right, next up. All right, so we are going to get into the more of the new anime / originals here, so let's go ahead and get started. May I ask for one final thing? So this is a new anime. I thought the trailer for this one looked really good. Scarlet has put up with her fiance's bullying long enough. Not only is second prince Kyle arrogant and crude, but but he suddenly called off their engagement during a ball. And if things couldn't get any worse, he then accuses her of a crime she never committed. Fueled by betrayal, Scarlet unleashes her rage, giving the prince and his nobles a beatdown they'll never forget? What? I watched the trailer. I didn't read the synopsis, and I'm being completely honest about that. This is the first time I read the synopsis. Not only is second Prince Kyle arrogant and crude, but he suddenly calls off their engagement during a ball, and if things couldn't get any worse, he then accuses her of a crime she never committed. Bro, that's fucked up. Oh my god, that is messed up. Let's watch this trailer. We got it from Crunchyroll here. And of course, once again, any sort of like skipping of the trailers and whatnot, it's mostly because, you know, DMCA, I don't want to get copyrighted. Whoa, what the hell? Mommy? You will not deny me my meat. What in the hell? We are going to be watching that one. We're gonna be watching that one. What the hell? That looks crazy. October 3rd, Friday. Oh, it's a Friday anime, chat. We could do it. We could definitely do it. Okay, so the next one up here is Zombieland Saga, Yume, Ginga, Paradise. So I would put this in skipping, but for these sorts of like anime and whatnot, I really just want to only note the TV shows, not the movies or the OVAs. I really just want to focus on the TV anime, aka the anime that's airing weekly. So this title is nuts, but this monster wants to eat me. Now you might be wondering, what is going on here? So actually, this is a Yuri anime. And if you don't believe me, look at the tags right there. It says right there. All right. Is she a man-eater? I don't really exactly know off the top of my head. I watched the trailers for this. It looks at least very interesting. So let's read the synopsis here. So softly utters the mermaid Shiori as she emerges from the sea and takes high school girl Hinako by the hand. Hinako lives alone in a town by the sea and possesses an unusually delicious body that is irresistible to nearby monsters. What? An unusually delicious body that is irresistible to nearby monsters. What? To ensure that she matures to the best condition, Shiori seeks to protect Hinako, also that someday she can devour every piece of her. What will become of Hinako's feelings as this looming unjust death closes in on her? What in the hell? Oh man, this sounds crazy, but let's watch the PV. So it sounds like Shiori, mermaid, is keeping Hinako all to herself so she can devour every piece of her. Oh my god. All right, let's watch the PV slightly here. Let's see. Huh? Oh my god! What the hell? Not gonna lie, it definitely sounds mysterious. No, yeah, I'm very curious about this anime. Okay, for now, I'll put that on I'll put that on watching. I'll put that on watching. It looks interesting to me enough, and it's a Thursday, so we do have a Thursday opening, so we're good with that. Next up is Ranma, season 2, and yes, we will absolutely be watching Ranma. Season 1 was so funny, man. It was so funny, and it was very charming, and the take of like an old anime, because remember, this is a remake of the old anime. It actually captures the aesthetic kind of well. It's a modern like look to it, but yeah, absolutely I will be watching this, and I'm pretty sure I said it was on a Saturday. This is a good anime and I really like it, so yeah, please watch it. It's peak comedy. I don't know if it's peak comedy, but it's definitely funny. I mean, it's definitely funny, and it's animated well. It's by Mappa, actually, so yeah, I think it's worth watching. Now, I have not obviously watched the original. If it was anything like the original, I think it's worth it. Next one up here is my status as an assassin obviously exceed the heroes. Akira Oda and his high school classmates are summoned to another world, while the other students are granted cheat abilities through the summoning. Akira merely gains the abilities of a mediocre assassin. However, his status soon surpasses the hero, the strongest profession. After Akira becomes suspicious of the king behind the summoning, he is falsely framed for a crime and forced to flee. That doesn't sound half bad. Interesting premise, but will we watch it? I have no idea. Oh, we got an elf girl at least. What did we think of that? That wasn't that bad, if I'm being honest. Didn't feel anything in this. I'll keep an eye on this. I'll keep an eye on this. I feel like that trailer was actually enough to sell me a little bit, but I think at the same time, I would rather just going ahead and just wait until the episode comes out, the first episode comes out, and wait to see if people think it's good enough, and then we'll go from there. It didn't look that terrible. If anything, it looked kind of interesting, but I'd rather wait. All right, next up is Disney Twisted-Wonderland, the animation. We will be skipping this one. I don't have any clue about what this anime is all about. I have no clue about what this series is all about. We will be skipping this one. Sorry. If you actually have watched this, let me know what you guys think of it. All right, next up, SANDA or SANDA. What a nice anime for it to air during the fall 2025 season. SANDA is actually going to be animated by Science Saru. The story starts with Sanda, a second-year middle school student getting attacked with a kitchen knife by his classmate Fuyumura. While Sanda, sorry, I feel like I need to like do better in regards to the synopsises and actually it's showing, but obviously links in the description of us as always. While Sanda couldn't make sense of the situation at first, he gradually came to believe that Fuyumura's actions were just mean acts stemming off from the latter having a peculiar puberty phase. But that is all a misunderstanding. Fuyumura actually suspects that Sanda is a descendant of a certain lineage. Ooh, let's watch it together. Aww. I will say though that the animation style with how these characters look, very interesting. Kind of unique. Holy shit! Oh my god! Yo, honestly, man, that was pretty damn good, man. I think it's unique enough, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this, man. It looks unique enough for me to actually want to go ahead and watch it. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. October 3rd, Friday. Friday for Sanda. All right, nice. That actually looks very interesting, I'm not gonna lie. So I hope it lives up to the hype, I guess. All right, next up is this Undead Unluck Winter Special. We are not going to be counting it because it is technically something other than a TV anime. Let This Grieving Soul Retire Cour 2 is also going to be a skip because I have not watched Cour 1, so I have no idea how this anime is going. All right, let's move on here. Chitose is in the Ramune bottle. Studio Feel. I think I put this on planning because it's Studio Feel and because it's a romance anime. And if you don't know, Origaru was also made by Feel, at least season 2 and 3, so yeah. Anyways, being popular isn't easy. It's hard to beat Saku Chitose, the most popular kid in his high school. Check. An ironclad reputation that can weather even vicious online attacks? Check. A group of friends as attractive as the outside as they are inside? Check. But when a teacher asks for help, bringing him back a student who has been shut away in his room for months, Saku's perfect world will never be the same. What is this? Some kind of normie harem story? Okay, so for me personally, this kind of looks like your just typical high school rom-com. I'll be honest, the whole like thing of like trying to get a person out of their, I guess, comfort zone is actually a very interesting premise. Oh man, this actually looks like very emotional too. Oh man, ain't gonna hold ya. Getting strange vibes from this. I might actually go watch this. I'm not gonna lie. It depends when it airs though, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion in that anime, so I think it might be worth, because honestly, whenever I see like crying in an anime, I feel like there's like something more deep in there that can be explored. So there's a good chance I'm watching this. When does it air? Wait, there's a second Cour already confirmed. Wow. Okay, so this is a double Cour anime already right off the bat. Very interesting. Oh, there it is, October 7th. That is a Tuesday. Nice. Okay, yeah, so I'll be watching that. And so we are now at 10. Next up here, WANDANCE, or Wayne Dance, or I'm not quite sure how you say it. So this one, I already put on planning because I took a look at the PV previously and it looked good and it was by Madhouse, so that's already a plus for me. Tomoku Kotani is starting high school and he plans to do what he's always done. Go along with his friends, keep quiet, and not draw too much attention to himself. After all, it's hard enough to get by with a stutter like his. Why make things worse by standing out from the crowd? But when he sees another first year, Hikari Wanda, dancing like no one is watching or like she doesn't care who sees her, It makes Kaboku wonder, could he reach that same freedom? To find his way to Wanda, he does something he never thought he could. He joins the dance club. After all, every routine begins with a single step, right? Join Kaboku and Wanda as they freestyle their way to life and love. Oh, that's interesting already, man. All right, let's watch this. Here we go. What are you? Disney Plus? Come on, man. Come on, with Disney Plus? Also, dance club, like that's something I don't think that's really been, at least to my knowledge. Don't kill me, please. But it's like something that I don't think has been that much explored. So that's very interesting. So it looks like they used the CGI with some of the anime figures. And honestly, that's fine. It didn't look that bad either. Yeah, we'll watch it. Why not? We'll watch it. October 8th is a Wednesday, and that's our first Wednesday show. Okay, yeah, that looked very interesting to me. It just made the list, Techno said. Great. You see, this is what I want. You know, I want people to join me and potentially, you may potentially find a new hidden gem in here. I really hope it lives up to the hype because that looks really good. Okay, next up, oh man, Gintama, Mr. Ginpachi's Zany class. Okay, so I will be skipping this one. And you might be wondering, hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. The only main reason why I'm skipping this is because I feel like I would be doing a disservice if I didn't watch the entirety of Gintama first before watching this. While I have watched this first 201 episode run of Gintama, I have not finished everything. So I'd rather watch the entirety of the main show first before I really get into like all the side shows and whatnot. So while this isn't in my planning list, I will be skipping this one because I'd rather just watch the main series first. Hope that makes sense to everybody because I don't want to like, do myself a disservice and then I just go ahead and just watch this anime and then there's just a whole new character that I have no idea about, like I don't want to get spoiled like that, so I'd rather not. Next up is Tales of Wedding Rings Season 2. This is another anime we are going to be skipping. Why? I have not watched the first season of Tales of Wedding Rings. Okay, next up is here, My Awkward Senpai. Okay, what is this one about? Kanawa Senpai is considered many things, but smooth is definitely not one of them. Then she meets Kamigawa, her new kohai. He's cute, a little nerdy, and easy to talk to. How will this awkward senpai be able to handle these new feelings? This already just kind of sounds like that one anime that aired a couple, maybe even over a year ago. What was it called? My Tiny Senpai. There we go. There it is. Summer 2023. Let's watch the PV and see if we feel anything. Yeah, I already like this character already. It looks like he's one of those characters where, you just break them down just a little bit, they'll show their true feelings. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm just gonna plan it. I'd rather just see and hope that this anime actually performs well, but it at least looks cute. Let's put on planning and just continue to move on. My gift, level 9999, unlimited gacha, backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. I'm out for revenge. Oh, jeez. All right, let's read this. When Light? Death Note? When Light is kicked out of the Concord of the tribes, his former comrades instantly turn on him. Light escapes his diabolical act of betrayal by the skin of his teeth, only to find himself in the deepest part of the abyss, the most dangerous dungeon in the realm. To avoid being eaten by carnivorous monsters, he uses the unlimited gacha, his sole magical skill. But where it previously only produced junk items, this time May, a gorgeous level 9999 fighter in a maid outfit, springs forth. That sounds so dumb, dude. It sounds dumb as fuck. Fast forward 3 years and Light has carved out his own kingdom in this backwater dungeon, summoning more beautiful level 999 warriors who swear absolute fealty to him. And now a powerful level 999 overlord himself, Light plans to ascend to the surface and take revenge on his betrayers one by one? So I'm not gonna lie, when we got to the fact that he continued to summon more beautiful level 999 warriors who swore absolute fealty to them, I was like, what? What in the world? How is it nothing? I don't know about this one, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Techno said he's not watching this. I might honestly have to follow suit. I'm not looking... It's not looking that interesting. It doesn't look that crazy to me. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just add this to the skip. So we got 6 skipping already. 11 watching, and 3 keeping an eye on. Uma Musume Cinderella Grey Part 2. Once again, another skip. I have not watched the entirety of the Uma Musume series, so we will be skipping this, but I swear to you guys, as a new Uma Musume fan, I will be watching the anime this upcoming fall at some point. So please forgive me, but I will be skipping Cinderella Grey Part 2 because I haven't watched it. So, we have a Wild Last Boss final appeared, but that's an ONA, so we're going to be skipping that. Hero without a class who even needs skills, and apparently episode 1 already aired. Very odd, but okay. In a world where one class determines everything, RL, the son of a sword princess and an archmage, was expected to inherit greatness. But when he discovers he's classless, everything changes. Now he's determined to prove that hard work and dedication are enough to not just succeed, but to excel as an adventurer. Seems like a nice potential, like, prove it anime, but I need to watch the PV at least. I'm gonna be skipping that one, bro. I don't know. I didn't feel anything with that. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything with that. It's another skip. I'll just be honest. See, this is unfortunately, like, part of the reason why, like, I just did not feel like this fall 2025 list was just going to be as impressive as summer. But, man, I'm very glad that I made that judgment because it just does not look great at all. Techno said he might actually keep an eye on it. Okay, man. Hey, man, look, I'm just here, just giving you potential ideas. And if you think something looks good, but I don't think so, then who knows? It's all right. Tatsuki Fujimoto, 1726. By the way, this is a ONA, so I won't be counting this, but an anime adaptation of all 8 short stories by him between the ages of 17 and 26. I'm gonna watch this when it does come out, but I'm not gonna count that. All right, next up here, this is our final row, so we are pretty much gonna be wrapping up here almost very soon. Then I'm gonna go over, like, potential ones that I have selected that at least looked interesting to me, and then other than that, it's just at that point I'm just gonna have to see by word of mouth, because as we can see, this season isn't that impressive. So, all right, we have Inexpressive Kashiwada and Expressive Oota. Very interesting title. Kashiwada-san, a female middle school student who remains emotionless regardless of how she is meddled with, and Oota-kun, unable to control his facial expressions, is the complete opposite of Kashiwada-san, but he keeps messing with her against his better judgment. Though both of them are the exact opposite, will a mutual love eventually develop between them? How do I say this? It sounds very familiar. She looks like a Haden-san. There it is. That's why. That's why. It's in the recommended. And Komi. Oh, let's watch the PV. What in the... Why is she doing that? Why is she running like that? Whoa. This looks charming. This looks charming, man, but when does it air? Oh, Saturday! Yeah, no, we have to plan it. We have to plan it. We're gonna keep an eye on it. Unfortunately, it's on a Saturday, so we definitely cannot do it, but that looks at least charming. And Techno said in the chat, I might keep an eye out onto it. All right, man, like, look, I think for me personally, let's just wait and see if it's good or not, but hopefully it is. All right, Dusk Beyond the End of the World is next up here. This is something that I immediately put onto my planning list, and as of right now, as we are streaming this on September 24th. It actually airs tomorrow, which is the 25th. So a very interesting predicament here, because I will have to watch this most likely tomorrow. Let's go ahead and read the synopsis, and hopefully you guys are down for this too, because it's made by PA Works, and if you guys already know, Studio PA Works with their anime originals, it's always really good. Growing tensions around AI spark civil unrest. Akira is caught in the crossfire when he protects his girlfriend from an assassin's bullet. Hundreds of years later, he awakens from a cryogenic sleep to an unfamiliar world. As he struggles to come to terms with his reality, he bonds with an android called Yuguri, who bears an uncanny resemblance to his girlfriend. Now he must ask himself what love means in a world where technology has changed the very fabric of society. That sounds fire, okay? That sounds like an interesting plot. I really hope this does well, but let's see. But yeah, it's a post-apocalyptic world. I'm guessing that's the girlfriend. Oh, I see. Bro, Pia works, man. This looks good. I think I'm on board with this. Whoa! Whoa! I really hope this does well. Really hope this is actually good. But we will be watching this one. So we are on to 12 now. Next up is Scarlet. That's a movie, so we are skipping that. Dad is a hero. Mom is a spirit. I'm a reincarnated. Ellen, an 8-year-old girl and half-spirit, once lived as a scientist in modern-day Japan. Now she's been reincarnated into a new family. Roval, her father, and the kingdom's legendary hero. In origin, her mother and the queen of spirits. On top of that, Ellen herself has the power to manipulate chemical elements. But are Ellen's powers enough to protect their family's happiness? That sounds interesting, but let's go ahead and watch PV. As always. Aww! Wait, this is cute! Wait, that actually looked kinda charming. That doesn't look that bad. I think I'm gonna plan it. There we go. Just to show that I'm planning it, alright? But yeah, I'm gonna plan that. That looked very interesting. And it looked kind of sweet as well. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, yeah, I hope it does well. That PV alone, it looked very wholesome, so I really hope it does well. Alright, the last one here is Yano-kun's Ordinary Days. So this is the final one out of the rows that we will be looking at here. Kyoko Yoshida is an over-anxious class representative who can't help but worry about Tsuyoshi Yano, who sits beside her. Tsuyoshi comes to school covered in bruises, and as Kyoko tends to him day after day, the two draw closer. Where will Kyoko's feelings take her? Will Tsuyoshi's life ever be normal? A romantic comedy between an anxious girl and a boy who's always injured is about to begin. So the main reason as to why I honestly put this on planning is because, personally for me, from what it looks like, I think this might be a sleeper romance one, so I think I'm gonna give it a shot. Oh, bloody nose, man. Chill out, bro. This looks very charming. I think this looks good too. Uh-oh. That looks good, man. When does this air? God, I hope it's not something terrible. I really hope it's not. September 30th? What the hell? Next week? Next Tuesday. So we have Yano, Chitose Bottle 1, and Campfire Season 2 on Tuesdays. However, we are not done because there are still some anime here that I want to at least take note of that I will be watching that is further down these rows. We got Touring After the Apocalypse. Two young girls, Yoko and Ari, travel through an empty post-apocalyptic world. They photograph the scenery of famous places to themselves and camp out in towns full of nature. Two of them ride and travel on a Sero off-road motorbike together, experiencing a never before felt freedom in travel with no traffic and no traffic lights. With the Sero bike, they embark on a journey around a now destroyed Japan. A unique story about touring on a bike comes to life as an anime series. World's over now, so let's hop on a bike and go on a journey. What a very interesting concept. Because now it makes me wonder, how the hell did Japan just get fucked? Riding a motorbike at the end of the world. This looks very cool. I think there was another EPV that at least looked better than that. Yeah, in terms of when this airs, Saturday. Guys, we have to plan it. We have to unfortunately plan it. I was not expecting it to be a Saturday thing. Kirby and the Forgotten Land? Oh yeah, we're gonna be planning this only because Saturday is like filled up now, so we're gonna do 6 for that. The other one that I wanted to go ahead and take a look at is this one, A Mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace. This kind of looks pretty interesting. Utami, a novice shoujo manga artist, is finally publishing her beloved shoujo manga, Dear Subaru, but the stress makes her stomach hurt, and she's forced to push the deadline for her first chapter, and she isn't making any progress on the storyboards. To top it off, she's gaining weight from midnight snacking and starts having wild delusions. Will Futami be able to enjoy life as a manga artist? That sounds so dumb, but it sounds interesting and funny to say the least. This is I'm getting shades of Zatutabi, that journey. Aww, help her out, girl. Yeah, so this to me at least looks like a sleeper underrated hit, at least for me. So I will be watching this, and when it does air, it airs on October 6th, which is a Monday. So we actually have our first Monday show, which is this one, and we are now at 14. And the last one that we have here that at least I noted of that I will be watching is Let's Play. And here we go. This is it. Samara Sam Young is a developer in LA who's about to achieve her dreams with her first video game, Ruminate. That is until a popular streamer gives the name a scathing review. Even worse, Sam finds out the troublesome critic is now her new neighbor. Get lost in a comedic, romantic, and all too real story about games, memes, and social anxiety. Come for the plot, stay for the doggo. What kind of modern-ass anime is this? But let's watch the PV and we will wrap this up here. Also, that's Kanahana, the goat. A major in computer science, one of the worst things that you could probably do. Yeah, so this, to me, at least looks very interesting because of the modern, like, stuff that's going on and the streaming stuff, because obviously I'm a streamer. That at least looks interesting to me, and we will go ahead and end it there. And Let's Play airs Wednesday. So next Wednesday is when this airs. And chat, everybody who is watching, that is the end of our what we are watching for fall 2025. We got 15 on the list here that I will be watching on a weekly basis, which is literally down 10. And we got 6 keeping an eye and 8 skipping, at least from the first 5 rows here on Annie list. That is pretty much gonna do it. So did I miss anything? Is there an anime there that you may potentially were looking at and you may go ahead and say, Lar, you need to go ahead and watch this? All right, just let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think I should have watched this upcoming season, and maybe I will go ahead and change my mind. But at the moment, 15 is honestly a very good number in terms of like where my head space is at. So thank you guys so much for watching in terms of what I'm watching this fall, and watch out for the upcoming summer 2025 rank video where I will be giving all my ranks for all the summer 2025 anime that I have watched, because let me tell you, it's going to be an amazing tier list. I'll tell you that much. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and have a great day. And let me know what you guys think. Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments. Let me know, and I'll see you guys.